So, to let me welcome you all to this beautiful Saturday evening and morning for America people. And today the topic has been a very critical topic which affects each and every one of us, which is we all feel inadequate or feel inferior or small at one point of time or the other. And not only as young children, but even later ages also we experience the same. This issue had come up in our last webinar when one young girl had raised this issue that she was experiencing such feelings and how to deal with it. And then I was suggested that we may like to take up the full webinar on this, and that's how this topic we have come here with this topic. This is there is. I have not met anybody, nor do I know anybody who has not experienced sense of inadequacies or inferiority or smallness. The reason being, let me start. Even though people are joining, so I would like to give a very important point here that when a child is born, the child is totally helpless, and even when it requires little bit sense of awareness, it sees that everybody around him or her is very adequate. They can speak, they can do, they can eat food, they can do walk, they can talk, they can do whatever, but that little child feels that he or she cannot do anything, so she feels very inadequate when it looks around. And even you will see where the little child is growing up, he's all the time trying to model the elders, trying to copy them, because as a child, the child feels inadequate, small, inferior compared to the people around him. So this is that deep rooted feeling in each one of us, in everyone in this entire universe. This is how life has designed it, that you feel inadequate. So when you feel inadequate, what do? You want to become adequate. So for that, I try to make effort. For example, when I don't know how to walk, then I say, okay, let me walk, and I make an effort to walk. And when I walk, I also feel happy, and people around me also feel happy. Then I talk, then I go to school, then I learn some languages, then I want to master maths and other subjects. And when I'm unable to do it, I feel unhappy. But then to overcome that unhappiness, I work. And this becoming cycle, I'm inadequate now, I will do this, I'll learn this, then I will become adequate. So I start working towards becoming adequate, acquiring those skills and knowledge, etc. And this becomes the becoming journey from not being able to walk to be able to walk, not being able to run to be able to run, to speak, to language. Many people in India have experienced that they have felt a sense of inferiority because they were not able to speak English. Because people around in English, even right now when I go out and travel and meet many people, even very old people, they feel, even my music teacher who comes, he's about 45, he's not able to speak English, so he feels inadequate. So this inadequacy because of language is still persisting, even at a very language at a very later age also. So what I'm saying, that life has created this model that you feel that every human beings feel inadequate, and because of that sense of inadequacy, sense of smallness, to overcome that, people will have to work, people will have to think, people will have to acquire those skills, so they will work for it, because they don't know, nobody likes to feel inadequate and small. So in this becomes a becoming journey, right? Now my question to you is that what are the coping mechanism different people can use, even at this stage, supposing I don't know how to sing, and I am amongst the people who are doing singing very well, so I'll feel inadequate, may feel inadequate, may not feel inadequate, depending upon my value system and style and personality. So inadequacy will be there even at later age, when the health starts. People acquire some health issues. For example, the knee problem, or for example, the eyesight is gone, or the teeth are gone, and people start feeling inadequate also because of health issues. So this sense of inadequacy is your lifelong companion. So, question is, how do we deal with this lifelong companion? So, would you like to share your take on how do you see this phenomena of inadequacy, sense of smallness that you experience? So, what is your take on this? It will be good if you can tell us, share your side of how you experience this phenomenon. Right. So, would you like to say something on what is your take on this? How do you deal with it, or what are the possible perspective you would like to offer? Or I can go on also, no doubt that I can always. Okay, so let me share that how I deal with it now. I realize that I cannot be adequate in all the fields. There are thousands and thousands of areas where, be it music, be it knowledge of medicine, be it knowledge of engineering, be it skills of cooking, be it skills of innumerable areas where I don't know anything. I know very little, and I will feel inadequate if I am with those experts, or even in a gatherings if I'm not able to crack joke and somebody else is able to crack jokes. So I will say, oh, okay, those guys are smarter than me, and I don't know, or maybe I am overweight, so I will don't know I am not smart enough and all. So all those kind of inadequacies will always be there. So what is my coping mechanism? So I have told myself that every inadequacy, if I am deeply identified with it and I deeply desire to overcome that inadequacy, will make me get into a becoming journey where I will be adequate. And it requires a lot of effort, not little effort. It requires hell of a lot of effort to become adequate in any field, whether even cooking or singing or physical exercises or maintaining my health or so many, or learning a new language, or learning a new skill, say for example investment, or any other skill, or some sports, say golf or badminton or anything. So I have told myself I cannot be expert or very good in 99.9% of the things of this life. So I have told myself you're okay to be inadequate, okay to be not knowing, okay to be small compared to other people in many fields. So, but one or two, three things, four things where I would like to master myself, I'm very adequate. So I don't want to get into repetitive becoming journeys. I have had enough of becoming journeys. I'm talking about myself at this stage. And I tell myself, I had enough of becoming journeys. I am enjoying myself at present. Whatever I have, I will rather enjoy that rather than getting involved in some other becoming journey. So that brings to rest my mind, and brings my mind to peace, and I feel okay, I'm glad, I'm happy others are doing well in their respective fields. That's what I experience, and I am at peace with myself, so I get rid of this becoming journey. So that is one. And the second is that this is a fantastic game that nature has given to all human beings, because that is the way it will grow. That is the only way human beings will grow. So nature makes you feel inadequate so that you start working in that field. Now you make a choice which area you want to work in. Okay, so I was saying that this is the nature's way of making human beings grow and progress, and therefore it will make you feel inadequate at various times and various places and various things. So this is part. Now, do not discount yourself because you are inadequate in 99.9% of the things. So that is what is the learning. The learning is I will be inadequate in 99.99%. I don't need to generalize. Generalize means I start saying I am inadequate, I am no good. So I start valuing myself because I don't know how to cook, or because I don't know how to speak English, or because I don't know anything about health and medicine, or because I don't know anything about physical exercise, I am not good enough in everything. So I generalize. I tell you what happens. So I supposing I go for, let me share you with a real example of when I go to play golf. I'm not very good, and I go once in a while, and only as a social game. So I'm just average. So when I go and I play with some good players, then I feel that I don't know and they're doing very well. So that not only in golf I'm inadequate, my sense of inadequacy spreads all over. I'm no good at all. So that generalizes to overall as a person, which is how the mind you have to. The moment you become aware that this phenomena is operating, that I am generalizing my inadequacy right now, that I'm experiencing this respect, I'm generalizing this inadequacy in all my areas, and start saying I am inadequate, I am not good enough. So this generalization is the error of you know uh, error of thinking. And if I am aware of this error which is happening, then this its hold goes low. So so if I summarize, what I am saying is the following. The first thing that I am saying is that this is the game that life has designed for each individual, so that they grow, they work hard to become grow, they work hard so that they acquire skills and learn and all. So this is the game, and this will continue forever, all the time. Every this becoming journeys will be there. So some high achievers will start becoming good in all respects. Some, it can happen to many men, women, housewives, that they have to be good in their work, they have to be good as mothers, they have to be good as wives, they have to be good as daughter-in-laws, they have to be good homemakers. So this, because they are feeling inadequate in these fields, so they're all the time working and becoming in this journey to become a good housewife, to become a good mother, to become a good professional, to become all that, to become good looking, good smart, physically healthy. So there is so much of becoming journeys. And what happens in the process? So second point I'm saying is choose your becoming journeys. You cannot be good in all respect. So make a choice that okay, I'm okay to be inadequate in so many areas, but these are 1, 2, 3, 4 areas where I would work towards becoming adequate. So I am not going to fall into the trap of becoming good in all, because and there will be always a trap, always a hook coming, because you will feel inadequate. And the moment you will feel inadequate, whether because of your physical fitness, whether because of your being a good mother, whether because of your professional, or a homemaker, or whatever, so this trigger will come that I'm inadequate, and because of that, then you'll start exerting in all these areas, and a becoming journey will start. So, so my this thing is, make a choice of only few becoming journeys, because this is a trap. This is, if you'll get into many becoming journeys, you will get into you won't have energy and you will feel totally inadequate. The third point that I am saying is that there is a tendency to generalize. If I'm inadequate in one area, I start feeling I'm totally inadequate. For example, as a child, I remember when I did not know English, and the people around me were speak children around me were saying, I'll say I'm no good because I don't know how to speak English. But no, that's incorrect, because just one proficiency in language does not make you inadequate in all respects. So this generalization process is operating. So this is where I would say that watch out for it, and the moment you become aware of this, its hold goes low. So this is the third point I am saying. And the most important point of this is that become aware that I'm getting trapped. So you need to be aware that this you need to be aware that this becoming journey will happen, and I don't want to get trapped, and my ability to say no to many of the becoming journeys. So that is the most important skill, ability to, and that will come only when I'm confident, only when I feel I'm okay as I am. If I feel I'm not okay as I am, I'll be trapped into many more becoming journeys. So this is and generalize I'm not okay and live with a low feeling that I'm no good. And so that will trap you. So this is my take on this subject of inadequacies, and how it traps us into becoming journey, how you can get rid of it. And so the most important skill required is becoming aware of this entire process. Right now I've shared it, it's a theory for you. So I would like to hear from you your experiences. It would be great if you can share something on this and how you are receiving this. Yes, please go ahead.
Because I think all my life I had some or the other kind of inferiority complex. Um, and recently, and I now, but listening to you, I just realized that one of my behavior has been, always doing something, always not resting and doing the stuff and in a perfection way. So I'm wondering if I am trying to prove myself or trying to uh, like maybe get over this. I don't know if it has some connection with that. I'm just trying to now make like putting the dots together.
Right. So I am saying get in touch with what is the feeling. The so the source of understanding this process is touching the feeling of smallness, inadequacy. Is it happening in me that I feel inadequate as I am today, and therefore I am working towards something, and therefore it's a becoming journey. So get in touch with that sense of inadequate feeling. But it has been going subconsciously. Yeah, so become conscious. Become conscious. That's the invitation. Subconsciously, I think I'm doing that. Right. Because I'm not in my conscious awareness that I'm doing because of inferiority, but no. Inferiority is a judgment. It's not a feeling. So inferiority is I tell myself others are better than me. So this is my judgment about myself is inferiority. I am not talking about judgment. I'm saying feeling. Yes. What is the feeling? Feeling is smallness. Smallness would be the feeling. Inadequacy would be the feeling. So touching the feeling is what will enable me to. And the moment I touch that feeling and I understand that now I'll get into some becoming journey. So and that way. And then secondly, let me not generalize. I may be inadequate in this, but as a person, I am adequate and okay the way I am. So generalization and becoming two things I am telling you this these are the things which can trap you in much more stuff than what is up. So let's hear some more where what is others take, because this is some common phenomena. All of us have to cope with it. So different people adapt different coping techniques. So it would be interesting if you can add to this phenomena.
Yeah, I like to ask something. Yes, Anjali. Yeah. To agree with the fact, okay, that I'm okay the way I am. Right. How does that give you a scope to improve then?
Exactly. I have said
And
it.
you do not need to feel inferior, but then if you feel you're lacking somewhere, then and if you just say, okay, it's fine to be like that, then how do you improve?
Correct. It's a very interesting and good question. I am saying that I have to choose my battles. I cannot be in every battle driven by inadequacy in various fields. I have a limited set of energy and I have to make choice. For example, if I have to make a choice, I make a choice, okay, I have to become good as a behavioral science professional. I have to be good in health and I have to learn skills to live happily. So those are my core areas where I would like to. But if somebody says become a good badminton player or good golf player or good, extremely good in your physical yoga and all that, I would say I am okay to be average because I my limits are there of my energy. I don't want get into becoming journey of so many things. So I have chosen my battle. So I am not saying that you don't try to become good in many things. I'm saying choose your battles. Otherwise, you'll be driven by unconscious forces for various things. So make a choice. What is comfortable for you. That's what I am saying. I'm not saying that abandon all becoming journeys. In fact, personally, right now I'm in a stage where I'm okay even abandoning all and enjoy the present moment. Personally, I am in that state right now. So I have enough adequacies or skills or something, and I rather enjoy myself. in the current whatever is happening in the right. So that's my state. But different people can choose different battles. Young people are, I see many young people, especially 25, 30, 35, they are involved in many, even 40, 45. So then you realize that you're all the time running, and you think that when you'll become adequate you'll be happy, then some other becoming journey starts. So one is always in the journey. So either you enjoy the journey, it's okay, get into becoming journey, and know that these are one, two, three, four becoming journeys I mean, but enjoy the journey. So don't hope that you will enjoy once the journey is over. That's my point. I hope I am able to convey the message. Anjali, is it making some sense to you? Where are you in this?
Yeah, but this is not really directly related to me. This I asked like let me give it to you on a very personal level.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's for children, like my child. I know if I have to tell him to sit and study, and right. If I want to realize him, he knows he's not studying and he's not making the effort, but he's still okay with it. So how do I push him to? Yeah. So right now, I'm hearing you say, as a mother, I feel inadequate. Are you saying this? Well, I didn't respond like that so far, but you made me think. Yeah, no. You may look at it, get in touch with it, because I know I actually did think. Yeah, it would be my inadequacy to be able to convince him to work harder. I don't know how to put it in him. Yeah, that way, yes. Yeah, so supposing he's not doing well in school, so if he's not doing well in school, you feel responsible that as a mother you are responsible he's not doing well, no? So then it is a motherhood inadequacy. Yeah. Okay. So not that I'm taking it so personally, but I feel, see, like my motive is to push him to do better. Correct. That's right. But I'm not able to convince him on that fact that how important it is at this point of time. Right. That's right. So it's not that I'm feeling inadequate as a mother. I didn't really think in that. Okay. Terms, okay. But, fine. How to get over that idea that this thinking of everything is okay is also not acceptable all the time. Right. So it is not a question of everything okay. You choose your battles. Basically, that's the point I am making. If you feel that it is important for you to become a very influential mother and your children should listen to you, it's very important for you, then work for it. But choose your battles. You can't be excellent in everything. That's the so don't get be trapped in becoming in too many becoming journeys. That's my because this inadequacy can trap people. I'm not what is your real situation, so I won't be able to say that. But it is a very good trap for people, especially high achievers, that they want to be excellent in many fields, and the energy is limited, and one gets trapped also. So that's all I'm saying. So if you become aware of it and you say, okay, these are my important battles, so this is what then you learn to become good influence, learn to be the skill. So it's okay. That's also it's good to become skillful, because if that's important for you. So what is important for you is the question. Yes, that's a very important point, Anjali. Thanks for raising it. Yeah, let's hear some more. I like listening to personal stories. Yeah, please go ahead.
So, feeding of inadequacy, you said that we have to choose our battle.
Yeah.
That's fine. But my problem is I have chosen my battle, and I understand that the feeding of inadequacy is a situational thing.
Right.
But sometimes I feel inadequate, and some other time in the same battle I start feeling inadequate. And this feeling of adequacy and feeling of inadequacy keep on switching.
Yes. Depending
what could be the reason and how to deal with it?
You see, the human perception, the way we perceive, we are not able to perceive the reality completely. Sometimes we see the positive aspects which are dominant. Sometimes we see the challenging aspects more than the positive aspect. So depending upon what we are seeing, our feeling becomes accordingly adequate or inadequate.
Yeah.
So it's a question of perception at that moment. And this is a very common phenomena, in the same situation, sometimes you feel optimistic, sometimes you feel pessimistic and adequate or inadequate. So I can fully understand it. But The important point is to understand that I am feeling inadequate and how I am dealing with it. So that is more important. How I am dealing with the sense of inadequacy that I am experiencing right now. Even in the same situation, sometimes I may be feeling adequate, but right now I'm feeling inadequate. So am I generalizing that I am not good enough, or am so all those things will be there. So if you feel inadequate, use that. If that battle is important for you, use that, convert that inadequacy into motivation to work for it. So that is also possible if that battle is important, because inadequacy feeling can be converted into motivation to work for becoming adequate, as Anjali was saying right now. So if you have chosen that battle, that's the point, and not be driven unconsciously into it. I hope I made some, understanding on this. So convert is a good to convert this feeling. Feelings are energy. Convert them into motivation to become a better in that. So that is your, if the battle is important for you.
So this thing keeps on happening.
Yeah.
But my question is there any other scientific tool to handle this situation?
Sir, there is nothing more scientific than converting that feeling. I have seen even in sports. You see, not only this. Let me give you the example. Even in sports, sometimes the same player plays so well, and sometimes the same player does that bad. I have seen it in golf. I have seen it in cricket. I have seen it in other. So sometimes that player is playing so well, and sometimes that player is not playing well. So that when that player is not playing well at that moment, whatever the feeling, as a player, you'll see the good sportsman spirit is that you convert those feelings into motivation to uh, uh, become better in that. So I think, sir, Ravinder, this is the only scientific way is to take the responsibility that okay, I am convert that painful feeling into motivation and say okay, let me see what better I can do. That's all I can offer at this moment. This is coming to my mind. Maybe there's some more things there. Yeah. It is not possible that you
And,
won't feel
and,
inadequate. Not possible.
and sir,
Yes,
one
yes,
more problem.
yes.
Uh, because in choosing the becoming journeys,
Yeah,
suppose I have chosen one or two becoming journeys
right,
which I am currently focusing on.
right.
But sometimes other becoming journeys keep on competing with it,
For
and
example,
sometimes competition becomes so intense
acha,
that
others. Acha, okay.
I tend to move away from the present chosen becoming journey, and I happen to go to the other becoming journey.
Okay, so discouraged by one becoming
So
journey,
how
so I
deal with
move.
this kind of competition? These are inner competitions.
No, no, let me say what I have understood. I have understood is you are in some becoming journey and you find some other person also in the same becoming journey, and there's a competition, and that becomes quite threatening for you, and therefore you give up that becoming journey and take some other. Are you saying this?
No, no,
Ah,
it's not the competition with any other person. It
acha.
is the competition within myself.
For different becoming journeys.
Yeah,
That's right. That is right. So sometimes you feel this journey is more important. Sometimes you feel that journey is more important. Or sometimes when you are
yeah,
discouraged in this
yeah.
journey, you start working
Uh,
on other journey.
it is not the question of being important, but
Hmm.
it could be the question of being more interested in one thing and sometimes being more interested in another
Other
thing.
thing. Okay. So my interest in the different journeys varies. Sometimes this becomes more important. I give more importance to this and neglect the other one. Sometimes I give more importance to the other and neglect. Are you saying this?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
like that.
That's right. That is understandable, but you keep doing this. You keep coming back to those journeys. If they are important, you will have to come back.
It keeps on happening. It keeps on happening.
Yeah, you'll have to come back if that is important. I can understand that.
Yes,
This is
yes.
at the feeling level. Yes, thank you very much, Ravinder, for raising these perspectives. These are also very important ones.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Mhm. Let me say, in this context only, mere cognitive understanding is not going to, make us free ourselves from unconscious becoming journeys that we can land into, or feeling inadequate and all that. So, what really helps is, practically, if you'll go into this, is getting in touch with your feelings, and then seeing what that feeling is driving you to, and then that is what is more important. So get in touch with the feeling, and see, is it the moment you become aware of this feeling and this entire process, then this process hold will reduce. If it is unconscious, it will keep you driving and you won't know what is happening. You'll all the time be running. You'll find that I'm all the time running. So how many of us here have experienced this feeling that I'm running all the time? I have been running since as a child, and I am still running at 60 and 65. So all the time I'm running after something or other. So that is at the bottom. At the bottom of this running is this inadequacy. So that is the game, and that's what I'm saying is for those of you who have joined it. This is the game that life is playing with you. If life would not be playing with you, you will not grow at all. So it is only because of this inadequacy that you have been experienced that you want to become adequate, that you want to learn, and that you want to grow. Same thing happens in sports. When you are not able to hit good shots, you feel bad and you feel inadequate. Then you want to improve. Then you take coaching. Then you practice. Then you learn, and then you. So this is also a very essential for you to grow as a person in your chosen battle. If this feeling was not there, you will never grow, you will never excel, you will never do better. So this feeling has is a very positive consequences. But the problem comes when we generalize and we say I'm totally inadequate because I'm inadequate in this, or I'm getting involved in too many becoming journeys, or I'm unconsciously driven into them. So, personally, I would say that this realization has helped me to come at peace with myself. I do feel inadequacy, but I just let go. I'm not going to run after your in you. I don't drive me to any becoming journeys. I had enough of it, so let me rest. So that is my take on just this becoming journey. So this is the main message I have conveyed, and some of you have shared. So I would like to hear from you what you want to say. Yes, Rashmi, you want to say something? Yeah, unmute yourself.
Okay. I had inferiority complex, but how I'm out of it, I've started loving myself for last say, few months. I'm doing some stuff working on myself, and I am in the totally out other spectrum of my life. I love myself, and I've just come out of this feeling. I don't know how, by doing different courses and stuff with the meditation and silence, practicing silence, and lot of breathing exercises, actually very different breathing exercises than normal, and that pranic shift, it has changed me to a different person. So right now when you're saying some things, I'm like thinking I used to be, except that one thing, I'm still doing things all the time, which I need to kind of fix it. Why I want to do things in a perfect way, which I put the dots together. I'm still working on that to relax and take life easy. Correct. But yeah, it's like I'm just saying, encouraging others that we can get out of it.
Okay, so let me give you another becoming journey. So have a becoming journey to get out of many becoming journeys and be at peace with yourself. So, I think the only becoming journey which does this is that when you learn about yourself, become more self-aware, work on yourself. So this becoming journey is helpful to get you out of the becoming journeys.
I think this will I think this to improve on yourself.
Yeah.
There's always something. But thank you so much.
Okay. Let's hear some other people here. Let's hear so many wise people are here with us. Let us go. Yeah, please go ahead. Somebody was speaking. Yeah. Okay, Rajiv, let me read what Rajiv is saying on the Facebook Live. He's saying, true that you can't be excellent in everything, though very unlikely. One can be excellent in nothing as well, but that's probably not the point. The most important thing is probably uh, trying to become um, one's best version, not basically becoming better than others. So, my humble opinion. Yeah, thank you. So he's saying, don't compete with others, compete with yourself, and become your better version. So he's becoming. So Rajiv, your becoming journey is that I have to become a better version of myself and enjoy that journey. If you're enjoying it, that's good, and it should not be a driven and running and running and running unconsciously. Okay, so my this is saying this last 1 minute. So I want to thank you all for joining. So this is mere nudge. All I am doing is nudging you every second week to keep working on yourself. So I'm driving you in this becoming journey of becoming more self-aware and work on your issues and live a happy life. So the real work has to be done every day by becoming aware of our feelings and working through this. So thank you for joining. I'll keep nudging you and meet see you again next week. Second and second and fourth Saturday every day. Last we had missed because I was in a program. So look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much. Please add any comment you want to add. Thank you so much.